So ever since my brother and I started building guitars, there's been a bunch of projects that have gone abandoned. I'm not too proud of that, but that's just how it is. I think it's not. I'm not the only one. There must be. It's probably more common, honestly, when it comes to creative outlets or art or whatnot, that you lose the drive behind an idea, and all of a sudden it just kind of gets put to the side, and you tell yourself, you lie to yourself. You say, "Yeah, I'll get to it next week. I'll get to it next month," or "I need to get this particular tool to finish it." In the case of building guitars. And then you just don't. It just sits there for years. And in my last trip to the US, my brother had one of those projects that we had abandoned a long time ago. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember building the body of this guitar. I think it must have been 6 or 7 years ago when it was done, but I don't precisely remember when we started. And one of the things that he did do is, without me, is that he got into testing out some different styles of painting the guitar. And he tried out, I hope this shows on the camera, those paintings that when you twist, it kind of changes color. So like right there will be a little purple, right there will be blue, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I guess I'm showing you the guitar right now. And the body just sat there. And many years went by and it started to get aged. The lacquer started to crack. It got banged around, so it has some nicks and just the typical stuff just from sitting in a shop. And I saw it last time I was in the US, and I said to my brother, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna take it because it's just gonna sit there, and it needs to be finished. It needs to become a guitar." So with that said, I took this body and I took this unfinished neck from him. And in the past week and a half, I've been finishing it. I've been doing what needed to be done. So on this neck, I finished the inlays. I used aluminum, it's like an aluminum rod that I've had for years because I just use tiny pieces of it. I probably still have more than 2 feet of that rod. So it's a maple fretboard with a wenge neck. I also used some vintage style tuners that I had. These were from a Fender acoustic guitar that belonged to a friend of mine, and I think he upgraded to locking tuners because, you know, he wanted to, and he just gave me these tuners. So I've had them for maybe 10 years now. So I put that on there. And another thing that I did, which I think is the main feature of this guitar, is that I actually drew a dragon. I don't know I hope this can be appreciated in the video, but I used one of my dogs as my inspiration. Started drawing the face with pencil, and, you know, more or less the shape. And I had this idea of the hand holding the volume knob, and then I went to see my wife, who was an amazing artist, and we started coloring the dragon together, and she just started to take it to the next level. After that, she started to add all these hairs and stuff and blend all the colors, and something that I honestly could not do without her. And then I think this dragon looks amazing. So I sealed it with some acrylic lacquer, and it just really completes this project. It looks like a piece of art at this point. It's something I could hang on a wall proudly. The pickup, I think I wound this many years ago. Well, at least one of the coils I wound many years ago, and I just had to wind the other one. And I got it up to 8.9 or something like that. If I don't remember, I have it written down somewhere. So it's hot, but it's not crazy hot. And I wanted to go for something more simplistic because after drawing the dragon, I didn't want to really route something and then put a pickup and kind of ruin the drawing. So I got inspired also by those 80s guitars, the Kramers, the one pickup thing, Van Halen. I guess I watched a documentary last week about him, and I said also to myself, you know, there's so many amazing guitar tones, so many amazing guitarists that just use one pickup, so why not make a one pickup guitar? So there it is, it's string through body. Yeah, here's the cracking of the lacquer. That's nothing that I did now, it's just the lacquer being old. And these saddles, I did have to purchase these saddles. I got them maybe like a year and a half ago for repairing an old bridge that I had that was missing parts, and some of the screws were rusted away. So I bought like a bunch of these just to have a spare. So I built a bridge out of it, and it's working really great. Another thing that I wanted to try on this guitar is I wanted to make probably the fastest neck I've made so far. I don't know if you can tell, but that's very thin. It's like up here at the neck, at the first fret, it's 17 millimeters, which is almost uncomfortably thin for most people. Like if you have a big hand like I do, this might be too much. But I figured, since I was really inspired by shredder guitars, I'm gonna make something that's friendly to the shredder, you know, the people that just like to play really fast. So I'm gonna play some tones out of it. Obviously I'm not a shredder, so I won't be able to shred at all, but you'll be able to hear the tones. And something that I find really interesting about using one pickup and a volume, aside from the electronics being way easier, is the volume becomes also very dynamic. Like just playing with the volume, I can get some different tones out of this pickup without losing that much volume. I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna shut up now, and then I'm gonna play some stuff for you. So I'm starting out with very little volume. Okay, like a very cool tone for just strumming, you know, something funky maybe. And sounds clear, kind of stratty, a little bit stratty, but just by adding a little bit of more volume, that would be a very useful tone for some pop music riffing there. We start going into some heavy rock. And all the way, and you can probably do some metal. Okay, so that is it for the video. If you made it all the way till the end, thank you very much. I hope that I earned at least a like, if not a subscription, and that's gonna be it for now. Be good. That's it.